통했어.
아 뭐야?
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue to talk about Heartbearing. We are going to talk about Heartbearing episode 3. We are back again. So this week we started the week by the panelists talking about, they usually talk about the previous episode, how things were in the previous episode. Shinwa said he's so much invested in this show. By watching his reaction, you remember on week 2, he's interested in following G1 journey, and another panelist, she's interested in following Chaeyoung journey. So one of the panelists says she watched the episode like 4 times. Now she's good at investigating. She said because she watched it 4 times, all the answer was in the episode. The panelist said Woo Jae was interested in G1 the first day. He messaged her, but he haven't really interacted with her yet. Is he interested in Jaeyoung or is he still interested in G1? But we realized after he first met her, they haven't really interacted in the house. They're just doing their own thing separately. So we know that Woo Jae is interested in my girl Jaeyoung. They recap what happened in episode 2. Jimmy and Woo Jae interaction. When Jimmy asked if they even talked during the day, like how the two guys was like going back and forth, So they were just talking about the detail of the previous episode. They talk about Chaeyoung, they talk about Hanu, the connection. Some panelists say it's a friendly connection, others say something can develop there. Love can start out of friendship. There's a lot of love who start out of friendship. Yeah. Some love start out of friendship, that's true. They talk about the game changer as well, how he was like he really impacted, like he made his mark when he got into the house, like by cooking for them, by doing things. So he's actually a game changer, not like not like single fan or game changer who just stay in the background. He kind of like in one day that he spent in Heartbearing, you can notice his presence, even though he doesn't say that much, but you notice his presence. On day 5, Hanu is stretching. She's stretching out. She's like in one of those living room upstairs, and she's stretching her body. We see the game changer also having his morning coffee and also exercise. He doing some push-up. We noticed that G1, she didn't receive any message last night, so she was just working, having her morning work. And when the game changer was doing all this exercise, she didn't even notice him. The game changer, Chanwa, we noticed how cute he is in this episode, because like we thought it was like the serious type, but you actually get to see his personality in this episode. He's exercising a lot. He's out of breath.
해야지. 혼잣말을 계속 하는 스타일이에요. 좋다. 텐트 너무 좋다.
Meanwhile, G1 passed and she didn't see it. Was kind of funny. And they finally met in the kitchen. He told Dion, I did some push-ups. She said, how were you able to do like push-up yet? There's not even any exercise room. She said, he did at least 70 or 80 push-up. The conversation between them seems to flow very well. The new guy is kind of cute. That's what I talk about. Even the panelists noticed that as well. They talk about random stuff. Some people, they have that. Some people can just talk about random stuff for a long time. Other people, some people click, some people don't, They are the type of people who will not feel awkward in the room. They will just keep talking, finding new topic to talk about. This is where the panelist noticed that the yellow book belonged to Chanwa. He mentioned something about flirting using his finger. He asked G1 if she want to show her finger. Like they were just talking about finger. When people flirt, they show their finger. Oh, my finger is longer than yours, like stuff like that. That's how I felt like. Yeah, so they noticed that the yellow book belonged to him. I'm glad G1 is distracted by someone. I say distracted here, but it's not just a distraction, because we will see the connection a little bit grow during the episode. But because her focus was Jimmy. I'm glad she finally like a new connections. I'm happy for her. I don't want her to put all her intention. I don't want her to put all her attention on Jimmy and keep getting disappointed. I'm glad she finding a new connection. Jiwa and Chayo are in the kitchen. Hannah is also in the kitchen, so they will be making breakfast for everyone. Chayo is cutting the onion. Jiwa should compliment him. He gave her his sweater because I think she was cold or she didn't have a lot of sweater. He gave her his sweater. That was kind of sweet of him.
저도 커요. 이거.
이게 맞네.
Chawan, Jiwa, and Hannah, they're making breakfast just like I said. Hannah is kind of looks sad without much expression. It's hard for me to hate Hannah. That bright girl, she's that type of person. She's very bright. She's very happy, helpful. Like she's that type of girl. But you can also feel like she can also be sad and she show her emotion. You can read her emotion when you see her face. She kind of look a little bit down. She doesn't show much expression. It's she interacted with Jimmy at the table. This is why I keep getting confused.
아, 찬영 씨 계속 하늘 씨 보면서 얘기하는. 맞아요.
맛있어요.
맛있어요?
But I'm not gonna come to Hannah in this episode like I went too much in episode 2. I just like anyway, you can be interested in two people, you know. She can have like, oh, what if with Jimmy? But Jimmy doesn't show interest in her, and she can also develop a new connection with Chayo. That's what we're seeing in this episode. Here she get like, oh, I like this about it. I didn't know this about it. She noticed those little details. That would be important. Like if we talk about Joanne, the date that they have later. She noticed Jimmy at the table. He complimented her food. She was happy. I'm like, oh, that smile is back. I like seeing her smile. I want her to smile even more. Even the panelists noticed that.
간 맞아요.
맛있어요.
맛있어요?
보는 게 좀 달라, 그지?
네, 너무 달라요.
I thought I was the only one who noticed this thing. No, the panelists noticed it that way. They are not blinded by the fact that, oh, Hannah and Chayo have this beautiful date. They notice also the detail, but they are on a dating show. They're still getting to know each other, you know. I'm pretty sure she still have that what if with Jimmy, but she also forming a connection with Chayo. Like I said, last night they decided it's time for them to have a one-on-one conversation. I think Chayo came up with that idea during the first date that he have, you know, there were group of two and 3 people. He have that time with Chanwa and Hanu. There were 3 people, so he didn't really get the chance to get a one-on-one. And I didn't know before, they have limited time in Italy. I think it's a week, and they have to go back to Korea, and the show will continue in Korea. So the show is a whole month. Finally, it's clear in my mind. I was so confused. So they are on day 5. I guess they probably have 1 day left or 2 days left, and then we go back to Korea. So they're in Italy for like a week, and they want to make the best memory when they're still here. So he decided, he talked to the guy like they said it's important for us to have like a one-on-one time, a one-on-one date. Yeah, so the guy decided that they would ask the girl that they want to go on a date with. During the day, they finally told the girls about that. Jimmy said that among the guy, when they were talking, Jimmy said that he really want to spend time with Jaeyoung.
좀 더 대화 먼저 해보고 싶은 분 있어요? 주최장인가?
전 재현 씨.
I'm like, we know, Jimmy, you don't need to say, we just didn't look happy at all. You can see even during the breakfast when they're having the next day, Wuche is in his feeling, and I kind of feel bad for him. So happy Wuche that you see, that smile that you see from time to time kind of disappear in this episode. Finally, one of the parties clarified to me about the time in Italy. Like they have 1 week in Italy, but the show is like a whole month, like I said. Since they only have 1 week, they want to make more memory. Now that the guys talk about this, they decided they weren't going to ask the girl. They did. They talked to the girl about that during the breakfast that they have. And it's time for the girl to get ready for the date. You know, they're going to do like I watched other Korean dating show before. The girls stand in different home and you have to go to one home to ask the girl on the date. That was kind of cute. Yeah, I was just say I was in my feeling when I see Uche. I said I don't like to see Uche sad. Like what happened? My emotional handsome guy. It's just my side comment. It's just me talking about Uche. Now, Chanyeol went up to ask someone on the date. We all know that he will ask Hanu on the date. He asked Hanu, do you want to go out with me today? She said yes. So Hanu, a few minutes later, Hanu told Jaeyoung that she thought, when she heard the voice, she thought it was Jimmy. Jaeyoung was like, I was in the bathroom.
아까 그분 오셨었는데 지민? 목소리 아까 지민 씨 목소리 안 나왔나? 화장실에 있어.
When she first heard the voice, oh my gosh, she thought Jimmy was there. I kind of feel bad. Oh, but like I told you guys earlier, you can be interesting too. You want to get to know somebody, you can still be interested in another person. That's called dating, you know. Jimmy is sitting outside. He's waiting for Jaeyoung. Uche and Jaeyoung met in the hallway. Like this part was a little bit confusing. What's going on? Uche was casually walking in the hallway. I don't know if he met Jaeyoung on the hallway or was it Hanu?
혹시 하늘한테?
He thought Uche was gonna ask Jaeyoung on the date, but it's not the case. And then they show another footage of Jimmy going upstairs and he asked Jaeyoung on the date. I think maybe this happened after, you know, editing. So Jimmy did ask Jaeyoung on the date and she said yes. So we already have 2 dates that's confirmed. I guess there's gonna be another date. I can look at Hanya's expression. It's obvious that she like, no, I went too far. Maybe it's obvious that she liked me. It was just me noticing, yeah. We won't use the word like so quickly. We are on day 5. But it's obvious that she's also interested in Jimmy. When she saw Jimmy asking Jaeyoung for a date. And I told you guys, the 3 girls so hard are interested in Jimmy. Remember the TikTok or the short video that I made in episode 1 that all the girl was like trying to get Jimmy attention and then he was looking at Jaeyoung. This is what happened again when Jimmy was asking Jaeyoung the day. We have my girl Jiwon on the hallway. She was trying to get in the home. I don't know what the panelist said. He didn't say hi to her. He kind of knocked his hair like that.
네.
Saw it. He didn't say hi, like he didn't talk and say hi, but he kind of gave her a nod when he was walking to the hallway. And then he was by the home. He asked Jaeyoung the day, and she said, yeah. I think Hanu was also in the home. Oh, Jimmy, 3 girls are interested in you. Do you know that? Okay. So I was sad to see Jiwon this way, and I'm glad my guy Chanyeol saved the day. He went upstairs. She was still in the hallway. Asked her, do you have any plan today? She said she doesn't know. He gave her the hot pot. They talk about like the warm hot pot when they were in the kitchen, when they were cooking. He gave her one. He said, oh, if you didn't have plan today, do you want to spend?
어떻게 가질 거예요?
잘 모르겠어요.
돌아가세요.
네.
괜찮아.
That was so natural. That was so cute and stuff like that, you know. One bad thing happened to her and another good thing happened a few minutes later. So we're gonna have 3 dates. What's gonna happen to my guy Uche? And then we saw like Uche and Chanyeol, they were talking in the kitchen. Asked Chanyeol if he already asked someone. This is what happened before, not then. This is what happened before. The guys were talking. Chanyeol and Uche were talking in the kitchen. Uche asked Chanyeol, did you already ask someone? He said no. He said, oh, just ask the person you want to ask. Uche doesn't want to step on Jimmy's toes. I think he also had the other conversation with the guy. Uche's idea was like, I already spent time with Jiyeon. I already spent time with... I spent time with Jiyeon. Technically not spend time, but they were in the car. They went to a drive for like 20 minutes when they were going to the city. You remember when they paired them in group? And then he said, yesterday I spent my date with Jaeyoung. So I think it'd be nice for people to at least have one-on-one time. So he talked to Chanwa, he also talked to Jimmy. And when you're in the group of three, you don't really get chance to talk about something deep. It's always like superficial conversation. Say it would be nice for the guys, for people to have a one-on-one time. Look at
그래도 둘씩 보내는 시간이 필요하지 않을까.
우지의 성격이 나오네.
this guy, be so considerate, but do you really have to be so considerate when it comes to love? Do you really have to be so nice when it comes to finding a connection? I don't know, but that's Wuji's personality. He doesn't want to step on any toes. I was just mentioning something funny here, the Wami part. Do you remember Hot Senior? One of the most cute moments in Hot Senior, right? Is the Wami part that they have. Like, I don't remember the name of the contestant, but come on, that was so cute. I think it was probably Hot Senior 3 or Hot Senior 4. Like, one of them have a bag, and one was holding, and the other person hold the bag, and then they end up holding her.
두 개 다 너한테 있어.
나 하나밖에 없어.
That was just such a cute moment. Hasina. That moment was so popular. People were talking about it. That's when Hasina was Hasina. Now I don't know. And then it became friends, and now we have Hot Berry. What's next? I'm just glad that they still have a show for us. So I'm not gonna keep criticizing that show, but that moment was so cute. Well, Wuji, like I said, he didn't get to go on the date today. And Wuji didn't ask anyone. He didn't want to like ask somebody who was already asked on the date. He said 2 people are better than 3 people when it comes to date. Jimmy, this is a funny part for me. Even Jimmy is surprised by Wuji's decision not to ask someone on the date. He said, if it was me, I would spend time with someone I'm interested in all day long in Italy. Are you just more nicer, or are you just more deeper? I don't know. Are you just more considerate than me? Even Jimmy make me laugh when he said that. I was like, Wuji, what are you doing? You have a week in Italy, during vacation and everything. Those memories last, like those pictures and everything. What are you doing? I know your debut, Jayan, was beautiful, but that's not it. You can go on one date and just say that, oh, it's over. No, now that I see the show has 16 episodes, this moment matters. Like, you have to make that connection. Otherwise, what's gonna happen next? Now we finally have the first date. After they ask, you got ready, the guy asked on the date. Now the first date. I like the way they edited this episode. They're just gonna focus on this pairing and that pairing and that pairing. Chayo asked Honey, you smile, or do you smile like that to everyone? She said no. He said, I don't think so. They was just teaching each other, It was just a very cute moment between them. Hanyu asked Chayo, what do men discuss about when you guys were on your own? What did you talk about? Chayo asked, are you talking about our job or application? She said no. Who you guys are interested in? Chayo said that he talked about who they're interested in. He was like kind of telling Hannah, yeah, I'm interested in you, but not directly. But it was trying to give her some clue. He said, when we decided among ourselves who we want to spend time with, I was the first one to go. Don't you know I even went twice? I went the first time, you were not there, and after the second time I asked you, and I'll be direct, like the message I sent twice, he was there and gave you out those clues, like, I'm interested in you, like, focus on me, girl. You don't need to know what the other guys are interested in. I am here for you. Chayo said he went to see Hanu twice. Hanu is teasing him by the time they went to Seoul. Like, the new girl we have, don't you know the new girl we have? Even at the end of the episode, we saw the new girl coming. In their mind, they think the new girl will go to Seoul. I'm like, no, I don't want to be a game changer, and I don't get to see Italy. They did it so well, because I was kind of like, when I was watching the episode, I said, what's the point of being a game changer? You don't even get to Italy. They're going to have all those amazing memories, and you just start harassing in Korea. There's nothing wrong to Korea, but they're enjoying this beautiful vacation, and you don't get to have that vacation. You will start did I say last year? I'm sorry. I mean her parents. They enjoyed this beautiful vacation in Italy, and you don't get to have that. You're just gonna be okay. I'm glad I'm the game changer, but I also want to have some kind of privilege when I came into the show. What about Chawa came into the show as a game changer? I want to come into the show also early, and I'm glad they showed the teaser at the end. When they are sitting, there's somebody coming, so the game changer will be in Italy with them at least the last 2 days or the last day, the evening before the last day before they went back to Korea. So I'm glad she get to see that as well. So Hannah was chasing him in the car. Oh, by the time we get to show, we're gonna have a new girl. Are you gonna be interested? So he look at you, he smiles, and no, it's not a compose yourself. It was just so cute.
여자분도 새로운.
새로운 사람?
웃는 거 봐. 와 진짜.
알잖아요. 그런 게 아닌데.
But I say Chanyeol like Hanu even more, but Hanu is kind of warming into him. So they kind of see that, oh, he really is interested in her, but she starts to warm up to her. It's not like Jimmy. It's not. She doesn't give that sad expression that we have on episode 2 when Jimmy and Jiwa was leaving to explore the city, and she kind of have that sad expression on her face. It's not the case here. Like, she's talking to him, they're having that connection, and it took 20 minutes for them to drive to Florence. Imagine spending 20 minutes with somebody. They're both extroverted, they both can talk. It's a good, them spending time with each other is also good because she actually get to know him, and they spend a lot of time together. They get along so well. They have the same personality. They both can talk. We learned that in episode 1 that they have the same personality. They went to a place. It's Florence, but it's not like city Florence. It's a little bit like more like a countryside, a little bit more quiet, but not country, but a little bit like places. There, cafe. The vibe is a little bit cool. The vibe is a little bit chill. So they went to a bakery, and Honey offered to pay. She took the lead. Yeah, I like it, but I like being the independent woman. I made that mistake one time when I went on the date. I offered to pay because the guy was younger. If the guy want to pay, let him pay. At least if it's the first day, let him pay. But the fact that she took the lead here, I'm like, I don't want to come out to argue, oh, who should pay, and it's trying to pay the woman. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just gonna be the cutesy girl. If a guy want to pay, I say, okay, yes, pay. I'm done. In this economy, I would let the guy pay. I wonder if it was Jimmy, would she offer to pay, or she would let Jimmy pay for it? That's the question that comes in my mind, but let's not do that. They went to a pastry place. They have croissant. You can clearly see how much Chanyeol like Hannah. By the way he's looking at her. Hannah has a lot of interest. During the first day, like the date that they have as 3 people, she talked about how much she like hiding house. She play violin, she's good at cooking, so she'll have multiple interests. Hannah's career, they reveal it to us. They kind of like talk here, but they don't go into detail. They reveal it to us. So Hannah, she's a dancer, a traditional Korean dancer. She majored in dance, and she's also a model. And she high horse on the side. She play violin. She's just a very talented girl. Daniel said that he didn't go to school. This is where he's talking about homeschooling. And she asked, "Did you grow up in a foreign country?" He said, "No." Him and his brother were homeschooled by his mom. But this guy is Young Shelter. Let's talk about how Chanyeol is Young Shelter. He's a very smart. He's a genius. He's a very smart kid. He went to college. You know how old this guy was in medical school? 15-year-old. Remember when we hear the story of Little Genius? He's one of those people. He was homeschooling for 3 years. And meanwhile, he studied a lot when he was at home. He took the high school exam. He also took I don't even know how we call that exam. Is it the SAT and whatever middle school and high school exam? He took those exams, and he took the medical school exam. He did pre-med for 2 years, and he did medical school for 5 years. So he graduated, started working when he was like 26. So he did all those years of medical school. I think it's taken a lot of time, close to 10 years. He did all those years when he was like still a teenager and in his early 20s.
그래서 이제 홈스쿨 때 공부를 이제 시작을 하게 됐고 빨리 해가지고 대학교를 좀 빨리 들어가게 됐습니다.
He went to college. He was in medical school. He started medical school when he was like 15. That's impressive. All the panelists was surprised. They were amazed by him.
그때 저는 만 15살에 이제 의대생이었죠.
오 마이 갓.
15살의 의대생이야.
오 마이 갓.
He's so humble. He's so humble. Like, he doesn't look like the type of person. If I was here, I'd probably brag how smart I am. He doesn't give up that vibe. He's very calm. He's very like, I don't know. He's considered other people. I'm always was drawn to China. We're gonna talk about my type at the end of the episode. Who I would go for if I was in her parent. So, like I said, 13 he passed the high school exam. 15 was in medical school. At 13 he passed the GAG. So he didn't really do all the high school thing because he was way too smart. So he passed the GAG. He said he went for homeschool to medical school. Homeschooling to medical school. He passed the GAG and the high school exam. He passed the SAT as well. And he just finished. I think SAT exam is to go to college. GAG, I don't know, maybe to go to college. I wonder why his parents chose to go this way. Maybe because he was so smart. He was just ahead. He was young Shelter. You see young Shelter going to college. Everybody's 18. It's like 12 or something like that.
Can you show me what the used physics textbooks are?
Follow me.
Uh-oh. Young man, don't move these books. I have a system.
This is pretty much young Shelter because he even went to medical school at 15. So, yeah. The parents are impressed by his background. Hannah is curious about him as well. She's curious about his homeschooling. I think she asked here if anyone knows, if Jimmy knows. So I didn't like this part that she asked if she's the only one who knows or if Jimmy knows. But at the end of the episode, we understand. She said, oh, the way she was asking, she liked that it's the secret. It's not about Jimmy here. She liked the fact that this is a secret for both of them. She's the only one who know about his background. So they talk about the occupation without exactly say what they are doing. They talk about being busy, like try to figure out things, like what kind of job they do. They talk about like, oh, if you're married, it's gonna be like this, it's gonna be like that. So happen. They're taking this show a little bit more seriously. Like, if you have a family, if you're gonna figure out how to manage our time, if both our job are busy. After the day, they see a beautiful sunset outside. They didn't go to the city like other people, Florence. They were in a little bit like in a chill area. They were looking at a beautiful sunset. It's a little bit quiet over there, very nice. So at the end of this day, I'm like, I see China is clearly interested in Hannah. That's clear. Hannah, she started to be interested in China. I can see it now. It's not just bad English. She started to be interested in her. I want to see her fall. If she's gonna keep messaging him, you better fall. You better like him as well. You better show it. We show a little bit more interest in this episode, so I like that. Now we have Chanwa and Ji-won date. The conversation seemed to flow naturally between those two people. Like, since they even talk to on the day, since they make breakfast in the morning, talking became so natural for them. China is not the type of person who just go with the flow. He plan everything. I'm just like him. I don't understand people who wake up. It's nice to say, it's nice to be spontaneous, but you have to plan sometime. Like, he said in the meaning, like, oh, I'm traveling to this place. I will plan what I can see around the city. I just don't get up and just travel and just like, oh, whatever happened today happened. Like, you can be way too spontaneous and end up wasting your time. Like, I have a full-time job and I'm able to make all those short video, still making video for YouTube because I plan everything. Sometimes I plan too much. Sometimes I say, okay, I need a break. But if I don't plan, I'm not gonna be able to post video. Like, this is why when people work full-time, they cannot be on YouTube that often. I've been trying ever since this year started. Ever since January 1st, I said I'm going to be consistent. So I've been trying to put off the work. So for me to be consistent, I'll be to plan my schedule. I need to be accurate. I need to sleep more. I need to be healthy. I need to have a high mindset and not procrastinate when I want to do something. If I procrastinate, it has to be one day. If I keep pushing, it's just gonna make me lazy. So I am a planner, just like China. And Jiwa relate to that as well. She's also a planner. So
계획 없이 즉흥대로 가시는 분들은 뭐 차편, 기차표 이런 거 하나도 안 알아보고 정말 그냥 가시는 분들
저는 그렇게 못해.
also a planner. So they kind of similar in a way. They show the family realize how much in common Jiwon and Chanwon have. First, I don't know if they chose each other both. Oh, I think Jiwon said this person have 99%. This person, the way he's live his life or the way he want to be in the marriage is exactly it's 99% the way I want it as well. So she chose his book as her favorite book.
저랑 생각하는 결혼의 느낌이 비슷하신 것 같아요.
And also he chose her book as his favorite. The way they want to live their life, the way they want to go to work, come or have dinner and family come for each other, talk about it there. So pretty much they see life in a similar way. They see marriage in a similar way. They want to make each other happy. And she look at it to smile. Like, I'm so happy to see Jiyeon smiling at somebody else besides me. So I'm just so happy for her in this episode. I'm happy to see her happy. They talk about pet and cat. Like, he has a cat and he has a dog. She asks if they live well together.
친구는 아니고 그냥 둘이 그냥 동거하는 느낌. 동거인 그냥.
귀엽다.
They're just homemade. they get along. They don't fight, but they cohabit together. It was kind of funny because they were talking about cat and dog. And then they went to a Chinese restaurant. They have some food. They talk about how much food they can eat. Even the food, they have similar type of food that they like. He asking about what's her soul food. She talking about bibimbap or jjajangmyeon. I don't know. So they have similar. They like black noodle, jumbo. He said for him jumbo. For her, she said jjajangmyeon, maybe something like that. Why did I know all those names? It's not because of K-drama. My grocery store is it's not Kmart. Is I forgot the name, but it's Asian food. So I see all those things all the time. He was talking about his favorite food. He said jumbo. You cannot just eat it anywhere, no. So he's a little bit of a foodie. So it's not good in every place. I know a specific place where it's very good. She said, okay, when we get to Seoul, you should invite me. He was kind of cocky. Yeah, he was so happy. He choked a little bit. It was kind of funny.
간짜장이 있어서.
마포에서 위로 올라가던데.
서울 가면 한번 내려가 주세요.
I'm like, I can see it, Ganesha. I'm happy to see that. Chanwon asked if she's curious about anything else. She said she's curious about his job. This is where they show us his job. I'm like, he is a pilot, a very handsome pilot. Talking about his career, the safety of his passenger matter and stuff like that. They missed something in this footage. They should have shown him with his uniform and the gym would be sad. But he's so handsome. His career really suited. Now we understand why he knows so much about wine. He know about meat. Oh, this is a favorite steak. Because when you're a pilot and you have to travel, you go to this destination. I guess you have to have a layover. Do we call it a layover? You stay in one place for 1 or 2 days before you go back. So his job allow him to travel in different places and discover food and discover things. His job allow him to discover things in those places. And they just talk about random food. Or do you like this or do you like that? But it doesn't really matter if they don't like the exact same thing. And they talk about Hawaiian pizza again. And they talk about milk chocolate. They talk about stuff like that. Some stuff they like it, some stuff not so much. So, but most of the thing, they seem to like similar thing. They talk about marriage. And Jiwon want to get married to somebody she's close to, like something kind of friendship and love. She doesn't want to get married, I think, to a stranger. She want to get married to someone that she get to know and, you know, and develop something. They say friendships matter when it comes to relationships. They say, oh, it's important to be friends with somebody that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with. And they choose each other based on the book. They seem to vibe very well together. And this is what even make them even connected. Favorite movie is the same, About Time. It's about time for me to watch About Time. I don't know why I haven't watched About Time. Tell you guys, I started a movie a few minutes. I don't know why I get interrupted so easily. I started a movie I didn't finish. And the TV show About Time came up on Netflix. I started the show I didn't finish. I need to go back and watch About Time. Apparently, Jiwon, she watched About Time 5 times. He also watched About Time a lot of times.
어? 아, 뭐야?
They're talking about what they like about the movie. They say, oh, how the dad asked the girl, or the dad asked the boy to find somebody nice. They both love the movie About Time, and it's about time for me to watch About Time. Okay, now let's talk about the last date. Jimmy and Jaeyoung. Woojae. How is Woojae gonna spend his date? So now let's focus on Jimmy and Jaeyoung date first, and then we talk about Woojae at the end. They both were silent in the car at first. They got into the car. Jaeyoung seen Zona a little bit. She tried to get Zona a lot. Jimmy asked about what's her favorite food. Jaeyoung said her favorite food is beef. Jimmy said remember the first day she was very shy. I don't know. Jimmy see Jaeyoung like this innocent looking girl. Oh, if I touch her, she might fly away. She's so calm. She's so timid. I wonder what she's doing. You're gonna be surprised when she tells us about her occupation. Jimmy said something nice. He said something nice to Jaeyoung. He said, don't feel any pressure. On the date, he said that, oh, I hope that don't feel any pressure that you have to talk to me. You don't have to make those short conversations, you know, when people feel awkward, we just have to talk naturally. Just be yourself, you know. They talk about the scenery, and this is what Jaeyoung talk about the scenery. Oh, there's this beautiful scenery, like this bunch of tree everywhere. She was explaining something. She looked so happy when she explained this. Jimmy talk about Jaeyoung first impression to her. What was your first impression of me? Jaeyoung take too long to answer. She said, it's okay, you don't have to say it. But she said that, oh, first impression is not all, because you can get to know somebody and things change. When she said first impression is not everything, I'm like, Woojae, you losing her. You are losing her little by little. Like, first impression is important, but after the first impression, you have to maintain that first impression if the first impression is good. If the first impression is bad, now you have to improve yourself and show that, oh, that first impression that you see is not me. Try to get to know me and you will discover more about me. Yeah, pretty much. Woojae, don't just give a great first impression and just not do anything. You gotta work hard if you want the girl. We went back to Florence. They're happy, they enjoyed it. They will go to the place that Jimmy. I was a little bit confused at first when I was talking about episode 2, but they will actually go to the place where Jimmy came 10 years ago. You know, Florence is beautiful, but they have a lot of similar places. Sometimes you get confused. So they will actually go to that place because he mentioned this like busking. Yeah, somebody singing there, this is that, you can enjoy a night view. They will go to that place toward the end, toward the evening. So Jimmy said he like elegant girl. This is so funny because Jimmy asked if she's curious about anyone. She said she's curious. She want to know. She was saying that, oh, she want to get to know all of them. He said you gotta pick one person. She said, okay, what is your type? He said he like elegant, calm girl, someone like that. Hannah is also very elegant. So I'm just saying, Jimmy, And this date seems to go very well. They went to a cafe, they got coffee, they got a little bit of snack, they sat outside. So the day was so chill. no pressure, just enjoying the time, vibing with the city. Jimmy is naturally caring. Even when they walk on the street, he plan to take care of Jayon. I'm like, Jimmy, let me tell you who Jimmy look like. Jimmy look like if Yeonhwa for CM Blue Yeonhwa and J-Hope have a child, a love child, it would be Jimmy. He looked like J-Hope from BTS, and he also looked like Jeonhwa from CM Blue. If I'm wrong, tell me. This is what I see. He have like the vibe and everything of Jeonhwa. Is it Jeonhwa? Yeah, and Yeonhwa, and he also look a little bit like J-Hope. So I'm saying like the love child would have been Jimmy. Funny we said the name Jimmy. Jimmy talk about being 10 years ago, like working for 5 hours. Remember, just couple hours. It must be really hard when you travel in a foreign country and it's just a bunch of couple around you. You know how much I feel. When I'm at home, when I'm working in my city, Maryland, I'm good. But when I go to DC and I work in a museum and you see couple, you see young family with children, it make you feel lonely. I feel that feeling because I work in DC, and when I see people coming on vacation, it's usually young people, boyfriend and girlfriend, or young family with children. Just seeing all the people around you, I can understand that feeling kind of lonely. And the funny thing, I plan to go to Italy this summer. I feel even more lonely. I'm so tired of being single. Oh my god, it kind of sucks. You know the hardest thing about being single is having so much thing that you want to share with somebody, but you feel like, if I have a partner, I will share this with this person. You do stuff, it make you happy, right? But you want to share that with somebody. I'm missing that part. Sharing with somebody. There's so many great things that happened in my life. Sometimes I want to tell somebody. It's not the same feeling of telling your family. You want to say, oh, I accomplished this. I worked very hard on making this video. Look at how many views the video is getting. Look at how much recognition I get it. Look at how proud I feel like by doing this. But it makes me happy, but I would love to share it with somebody else. It's just not the same feeling. Feeling from family, oh, proud of you. Feeling from friend, proud of you. Feeling for love would be so much different. It's just my opinion. I start to feel those loneliness when I accomplish something. I just want to show it to somebody, but I feel like I'm missing that. So I understand Jimmy feeling when he traveled alone 10 years ago, and you see all those people, couples around him. I just kind of feel lonely. So they enjoyed their day. So they were just sitting. Went to the cafe. Hopefully Jimmy has his wallet this time. I was laughing before they went to the cafe. I said, "Oh, Jimmy." I was like, Jimmy, you better have your wallet this time. So he paid for the coffee and the snack that they have. They sit outside just enjoying, talking naturally. Jayon, after eating, her diet came a little bit. She was more comfortable. She said, oh, I needed my blood sugar. I completely get it. I need that blood sugar. Like,
약간 지금 당이 충전된 것 같아요. 약간 뭔지 알죠? 당 충전.
약간 텐션 달라졌는데?
지금 좀 당 충전돼가지고.
when I'm tired, I'm like very tired. Maybe it's my Gemini side of the personality. It's like I can be very like talking all the time, like very quiet. If I didn't eat, if I don't have enough sugar, like I'm like the energy will be down. They talk about like they are not from Seoul, and when they first arrived in Seoul, like people were very nice to them. They're from different area of Korea, and Jayon energy is back, like she's talking more. Jimmy said that whenever he's outside, he will buy her something. That's a very good. This is why, like, spending time with people, you make a connection with the person. Like, this is why my guy Wooja is missing right now. He doesn't know that Jayon needs sugar, blood sugar. She needs some blood sugar for energy to be back. So the fact that Jimmy knows that about her, when this is already something in between them. When they get to Seoul, everywhere he go, or every time I see something, he will get her some candy and stuff like that, snack, because she said that in the house where they are right now, they don't have a lot of snack at home. So noticing something like that, it's already good for the connection. So she needs her sugar, blood sugar. They went back to the same place with the carousel. Behind the carousel, there was like a caricature place, and they did some caricature, Jimmy and Jayon. It's so funny when they told the caricature, like, no comic, because the caricature is like, you see the picture of those people, they're always smiling, the mouth is so wide. He said, okay, but you still make them, they kind of look, they still comic, but they look cute.
코믹. Normal picture. Yes.
Wooje on the show Wooje, so I wasn't sure if Wooje was gonna go outside or Wooje was gonna stay at home. I'm glad he still decided to go outside, because apparently they have to get gift to give to someone, maybe at the end of the trip. So he went to buy some gift on his own. It's just the lonely wolf. It's just a man walking around Italy doing his own thing, and he can speak Italian, you know that. And he went to different places. Is he getting multiple gifts? All of those, is it for Jayon? Is he still interested in J1? I don't know, but I think he really is interested in Jayon. Jayon says she like kind people, so because Jimmy asked her in the car what's her type, she didn't say directly. She said her type is kind people. This is very difficult. Who is kind? Like, having such a type relate to personality or something is so difficult, because Wooje is kind, Jimmy is also kind. I don't know, all the guy in the house seems to be kind, so it's difficult to say. A very smart way to say. So it's not very specific, but it's specific. Personality wise, it's specific. Jayon is trying to guess what kind of job Jimmy does. She said, oh, is it something like corporate? Do you do like tax, something like that? You a accountant? And this is where they show us what Jimmy is doing. Jimmy went to engineering school and he worked for like a corporate. He have a corporate job. He worked for like a big company. And also Jayon. Jimmy says, try to guess what Jayon is doing. He said entry level type of job. She look fragile. Oh my god. This is why I told you that this guy will be really surprised by the type of job Jayon is doing. Jayon is born in 95. Wow, she's 30. I would have gave her 24. So she is a freaking lawyer.
나는 이재현이라고 하고 95년생이고 변호사입니다.
I noticed that these people in her pairing have good jobs. Since they're ready to get married, they have a good job. Those people. Chayo is a freaking doctor. Chawa is a pilot. Jayon is a lawyer. Jimmy, he have a very corporate job. My girl Hanu, she's like maybe a dance teacher and mother, and we don't know what J1 is doing yet. Wooje, we don't know yet. They haven't get into J1 and Wooje job yet, but so far all have great job. They all have great background. I'm like, this guy will be surprised what she's doing. He keeps saying she's fired. I was surprised he didn't say she's an elementary school teacher, because they like that. If it's like quiet personality, oh, she's probably an elementary kindergarten teacher or something like that, because she's so sweet. He said, oh, you look fine, your entry level job. What is auntie? Jimmy, what are you talking about? She's a freaking lawyer. Oh my god. She's gonna be surprised. And she wanted to set up her own she wanted to do her own business, just like Chayon, who's a freaking doctor. I forgot to say Chayon, not only is a doctor, he's also have a startup company. He's a CEO and a doctor. That's crazy. And she wanted to set up her own firm, law office. That's not, he's gonna be so surprised. So I wonder how Jimmy is gonna react when he find out what kind of job she's doing. At night, they went to a different area to see the sunset. I think this is the area that he went 10 years ago. It's a very beautiful place. You see the big Christmas tree. I guess this was filmed around like Christmas time. And someone is singing the street, play guitar. So so nicely. I love the way he played guitar, so beautiful. They were listening to the music and taking picture, and guess who is coming out of nowhere? I'm happy to see him, but is Jimmy happy to see him? I don't know about that.
사진 그렇게 찍으시면 안 돼요.
뭐야? 혼자 왔어요?
혼자.
진짜요?
네. 선물 사고.
계속 여기 있었던.
I'm like, these people, they did that to Wooji on purpose. I'm afraid people will watch the show and gonna say, hi, it's Wooji. Say he doesn't want to go on the date and then go and tell Jimmy and Jay on date. How can you do that to Jimmy? I'm telling you guys, this is a show. Remember watching Sing and Fan where the double date happened, where Xian and Yusuk went to the date, and then my girl came with the other guy. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot his name. I came so much now that the time has passed. So it doesn't happen like that. Maybe it's a coincidence. Probably the producer said, oh, you can go see this beautiful place. Remember when he was talking about the place he went 10 years ago? He went to the bathroom. He was talking about that to Jay. Jimmy was talking about the place he went 10 years ago to jail. My guy, Wooji, went to the bathroom. He didn't listen to that conversation. So just assuming that he came to interrupt the date, I don't think so. He can be walking around Italy. He doesn't know Italian that much. He know Italian, but he doesn't know the city so well. The producer said, oh, you know, you can go to this beautiful place. You can see the sunset, this busking, this big Christmas tree. I don't know. They can give him ideas. So the camera is following him around anywhere. Like, I just don't want people to say that he came up with the idea to go and interrupt somebody's date. That's not the case. Don't come for my guy, Wooji. I'll get angry if somebody come for Wooji. So I don't think it's his fault that he came to in this day. Jimmy didn't look so happy, and he kind of have a sweet moment when he was taking picture, because Jaeyoung was taking picture of Jimmy and Wooji came out of nowhere. And now Jaeyoung asked Wooji, can you help me take Jimmy picture? Jimmy was standing there a little bit sad, like he didn't know how to react. Meanwhile, Wooji and Jaeyoung were sharing some kind of cute moment side by side, trying to take Jimmy picture. How funny is that? This is just savage. Jimmy is still also very concerned. All these guys, even though they're in competition, even though they're on the daily show, they're trying to be like not so selfish. They're trying to take care of each other. So they asked Wooji, what's your plan? He says he's just gonna go to a coffee place. But since Jimmy and Jaeyoung didn't want him just to tag along, they want to continue their date. They said, okay, we're gonna go and buy this gift, and then you can join us. It was 5 o'clock. He said, we're gonna enjoy the busking place and whatever, take some picture, and then we will go buy some gift, and we will test you. You can join us in this place. We have dinner. So he's just gonna come at the end of the day, have dinner with them before they call out the day. So they still have to enjoy the whole day. They didn't just want him to tag along. As something I love my guy Wooji, it looked a little bit hard for him to just tag along when he chose not to ask Jaeyoung on the day. I still want him. If him and Jaeyoung, if things go off between them, I want it to happen naturally. So I want a fair play, you know. I like Wooji, and I want, if Jaeyoung choose to go back to him, I want it to be natural. If he choose to continue be interested in Jaeyoung, I want it to be natural. I don't want somebody there to be interrupted. So I just don't want people to come out for Wooji. How they can he do that? Do you watch reality TV? Things doesn't happen. Just I'm sorry to say that it's reality TV, but a lot of things don't happen organically. We make reality TV. We make things look reality. They can recommend, oh, you can go to this place since you're by yourself. It's gonna be so cool. So yeah, it's not a coincidence that here they directed to that place. Oh, when he joined them for dinner, at the end of the day, I don't know if it's the same day, he joined all of them for dinner. That means he didn't even have that time with Jaeyoung on his own. And also my girl Wooji. That's why you shouldn't be too nice and considerate to your part. You want to do the right thing by the end. Was it really the right thing, not choosing to go with the girl that you're interested in? If you're interested in someone, like Jimmy say, it's so funny that I call Jimmy. If I like someone, if I'm interested in someone, I want to spend all the time that I can with that person. You should adjust. spending the day with Jayon and Jimmy, and maybe you guys have one-on-one time during the day, you know, like kind of double date, but ain't got a one-on-one time with each other. And they was watching the basket. This is what they stopped showing my guy Uche. I think he just continued going with his day. They were watching the basket, so she enjoyed her day. So I don't know if Jayon she completely turned the page of her connection with Uche, and of her connection with Uche. Is she like now, is she interested in just Jimmy, or is she still 50-50? Is it like 60-40? I don't know yet. For me, I'm just not gonna base everything on the message at the end, because at the end of the day, it's a whole show. They still got to get you. Who knows? She might end up with somebody completely different, one of the two other guys. So they're still dating, they're still getting to know each other. We're gonna see the connection grow. We're gonna see, as much as they spend more day, they have more day, we will see what will happen. But for now, it's between Jimmy and Woody, and we will see what happened between that love triangle. Her date with Jimmy was great. They just had a great date all day long. And Jimmy told Jayon also, Jimmy is also a very calm guy, and a selfish person would have not say anything, would have been mad. Jimmy said he wanted us to have time. He wanted people to spend one-on-one time, so that's why he didn't ask you on the date. And that was really nice of him. He didn't have to say that, but that was nice for him. He said like he's thankful to Uche, but he also feel bad. So they continue the date, they have a great time. Jayon takes some beautiful picture. Now it's time for the panelists to guess who choose who. And you know the funny thing? The producer, people behind the scene told them that if you guess correctly the three couple at the end, one person, it really doesn't matter. No, if you guess correctly what everybody had pairing at the end, you will get a 2-day, 1-night trip in one of the beautiful house in Italy. She was saying, are we gonna have a place where we can exercise like Chai one? She said, they say yes, you can get that place, but the twist is that you have to pay your own ticket. You say, what kind of deal is that? What kind of deal if we have to pay our own ticket? So the panelists guess pretty much the couple that went on the date and the couple that will be at the end. And the only thing different, they say Wuche, one of the panelists, he said Wuche will message Jiwon. No, the other all the rest of the panelists say no, he will still message Jayon. Because he really haven't had any interaction with Jiwon besides like notice her on the first day. It's day 5. Things happen quickly in the on the dating show. So they were correct. They got a trip, but are they gonna go? Because they have to pay their own plane ticket. Changhwa and Jiwon choose each other. Hanyoon and Chaeyoung choose each other. Hanyoon says something about she noticed him. She's more curious about him now. They have some kind of secret. She liked the fact, that's what I was talking about. She liked the fact that they have something secret she know about his homeschooling. And she says something, this guy is very smart. She gets that he's very smart by the way he talk and stuff like that. So Chaeyoung, he messaged Hanyoon like as always. Now the thing that I was talking about, Jimmy, we know Jimmy was gonna message Jayon, but who's Jayon gonna message? They say we are not risking sending Jayon to Woody. We have a trip online. The trip is, we have to consider that trip. So all panelists choose, and Jayon was gonna choose. They say Jayon was gonna choose Jimmy, and they were correct. So they show a short video here. Jayon tries to choose. She kind of look a little bit worried, but she still choose Jimmy. She liked the fact that he said he will go on her own pace. And she said that was very nice of him. When she was taking picture, watching the video, he was cold, but he was still waiting for her. He didn't rush her. He's not the type of person who care about himself too much. He's taking care of people around him. So she liked that about Jimmy. A connection is forming. I can't deny that connection with Jayon and Jimmy is for me. I really be sad for Uche. Okay, I'm done talking about this. At the end of the episode, we just saw the trailer. They all went and sit somewhere and they noticed that there's one more place. The game changer, like I talk about, is coming. She's not coming in Seoul. She's coming. She's not coming when they're gonna get to Seoul. She's coming now. So they show the guy reaction. I'm like, what's going on? Is there gonna be a twist? Are they still gonna go for the girl that they're interested in? What's gonna happen? We don't know. Is Wooji gonna still be interested in Jaeyoung, or is he gonna be interested in a new girl? What's gonna happen? I don't know. I'm worried for my guy Wooji. I don't want him to end up alone. So I don't know if the page with Jaeyoung is closed already. You can see Wooji reaction. When he didn't receive a message for Jaeyoung, he looked so sad. I'm like, Wooji, be considered it's not too good. Look at the result. Look at the result now.
택하고 나서 아, 이러면 안 된다라는 생각이 몇 번 들었거든요. 아, 당연히 아쉽긴 했죠.
It just looks so sad and defeated at the end. I kind of feel bad about that. And let's talk about who I would go for if I was a hard parent. Thank you so much for watching Hard Parent episode 3, and we'll be back in episode 4. Bye. I can make you laugh, I can make you smile.
사이프러스. 근데 사이프러스에 길이 있는 거 알아요? 나무들이 완전 일렬로 쭉 줄 진짜 이제 이런 건물들이랑 같이 있지 않고